Celsius or minus 40, which is Fahrenheit and Celsius. It's the same. Minus 40 is just minus 40. And we'll see what happens with the weather, because they got the weasel that predicts the weather, and it either saw its shadow or didn't, or whatever it's supposed to see, it saw. And, you know, we could be in for an early spring. I don't know. That never seems to happen. So beautiful wife and I are probably going to take off somewhere, go sequester in the mountains somewhere with a little warmer temperature than here. But we'll see what happens with that. Cheers. A little barbecue starter here. Get ourselves a tried, tested, and true fire. Hold my beer.
Absolutely.
Issue. Oh, flashback. Okay. Just has to start this. Oh, maybe it was a little cold. I'm not sure what MAP gas vaporizes at temperature-wise. Maybe it just a little bit cold for it.
It was sitting in the snow.
Yeah, that's true. All right. We should probably go. Smell of kerosene barbecue starter.
Love that stuff.
I do too.
Well, I gotta say, Steve, you got a knack for lighting fires.
Thanks. It's certainly warm.
It is.
You ever seen a UFO?
Yeah, I have.
Huh?
I don't know if it was like aliens. It's just something that I didn't know what it was, but it was pretty weird.
Maybe it's a satellite or something.
No, not really. I was hiking with my buddy Andy. It's in the late 80s. We were in southern Alberta antelope hunting, and beautiful sunny day, and we saw this thing up in the sky. It looked like a football, and then there was this spiral of smoke coming down off of it. So really disappointed that Andy didn't take a picture of it, because at the time he was working for a small newspaper in Spruce Grove as a photographer, and he had all kinds of neat camera equipment. And we looked at it and said, yeah, wow, that's really weird. But I never thought to take a picture of it. I don't really know what it was, but yes, the answer is yes, I saw a UFO. I don't think it was alien, but nonetheless, it was kind of weird to see.
I picked up this little tripod-y thing this summer, which is pretty convenient. Packs up pretty small. I think I gave the name of it out in another video, but I picked it up from Home Hardware in Canada. It's kind of like a little franchise system of small town hardware stores. Anyhow, got a Dutch oven here, and I picked up some stewing beef. So you could probably guess what we might be making. And some stewing beef on there. I just got one of those Clubhouse packages of stew mix. Calls for vegetable oil and brown up beef. I pretty much just throw everything in and let it simmer after that. So brown this stuff up. then we're going to be in business.
Small one.
No matter what problems you may have in your life, you can never go wrong with onions. This seems to fix everything. Whoa, that is hot.
Ooh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's browned up. Camping stew time. I bought Clubhouse beef stew mix, and I'll put it in with some beef broth. They say to use water, but can't go wrong with more beef broth. And this is not the gourmet hour, Steve, of course. I'm the living example of why becoming a chef takes school. But we'll come up with something to eat. It should be not very gag-inducing. Okay, and it goes. Stir that up, and then basically we'll simmer it to death until this meat is falling right apart. Oh yeah, good boil going there. Going to bring this actually into the tent. We're going to try and simmer this on the Mr. Buddy heater. It's doing a real good job out here, but we're going to bring the tripod and set that up on the Mr. Buddy heater and just see what happens. So, you know, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Here's the deal. We've got the tripod over top of the Mr. Buddy heater, and it's been simmering for a little bit here. It's perfect. What can I say? We're both shocked about this, eh?
Very much so. It's working great.
I didn't think it would work that good. We've got cardboard down on the ground here. I know. What could go wrong? We're just trying to keep the snow from melting right underneath of it and creating a mud puddle. Crazy neighbor had suggested the cardboard. And I'm allowing it, but I'm keeping a close eye on the suggestion here because of the whole what could go wrong aspect of what we're trying to do here. And yeah, we're going to dump in all our potatoes and peas and carrots into the stew. Don't want to do that too early because basically we're just tenderizing the meat. These are already cooked in the cans. Dump them in. Not a problem. So that's where we're at now. That's our temperature reading, actually. That will be a good update to provide. Hey! Well, that's interesting. Outside is minus 15 degrees Celsius, or 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Inside is, well, it was up there, so it's a little warmer up there, but not by a whole lot. Inside it's 25 degrees Celsius in here, which equates to 76 Fahrenheit.
I'm amazed at how well that's working.
I'm shocked. Okay, I have to say, the body heater, I knew they threw some heat, and I know they have a new model out there. I saw it at Cabela's the other day, and it actually is designed to cook your food and heat your building. They have taken notice that people are doing this type of thing. So there is a new product out there. I forget what it's called. I forget how much it costs, but it exists. So that's a good thing. Now, just simmer this up, and we're going to be eating good tonight in a downright tropical 77 Fahrenheit. Can't go wrong with that. Minus 15 outside. That's Celsius, and 6 Fahrenheit. Okay, let's dig into this and we'll see what we got here. She is actually just at a beautiful simmer. Time to dump in all the can of potatoes, dried white potatoes. A couple of them probably. Ooh, it came off that one. Danger. And nothing wrong with peas and carrots. Peas and carrots. Okay, we may need a little more. No, I guess we'll see what happens. It's going to be heavy in the pea department. Oh, look at that meat. It's flaking apart already. Awesome. That's just fine. Okay, when I stir it up, it doesn't look like it's pea soup anymore. That's okay. I didn't do mixed vegetables because they had parsnips in them. Yeah, it was, I couldn't believe it. You ever eaten a lemon before like it was an orange?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Just peel it and eat it by the segments?
Yeah, it's just like an orange. It's not that bad.
Not that bad.
No, really. You know, taking a little bit of a lemon and then taking a whole segment of a lemon, it's like once you bite into it, you get that first initial rush.
Yeah, the tartness or the bitterness.
And after that, it's pretty much gone.
Yikes. Okay.
The only reason I ever did that is because in my younger days, drinking tequila, we were always drinking tequila with the lemons, and just for, we'll call it some giggles one time, we decided, okay, well, let's just go see if we can eat a lemon like an orange. And yeah, it should be done. It's not that bad.
Not that bad.
No,
That's the best way to describe. That's
No.
the best way to describe a food. Not that.
Yeah. Well, what's the worst thing you've ever eaten?
I made iced tea with pickle juice out of a pickle jar.
Good thing we haven't eaten yet, because that would make me hurl, Steve. Iced tea with pickle juice. My God.
To put the crystals right into the juice out of a pickle jar.
They call me crazy. Yeah.
An unprecedented transcontinental race begins on Nintendo Switch 2. Mario Kart World. Tenable sees risks others miss, so you can close cloud exposures fast.
Armstrong Comfort Solutions is your best choice for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. New installations, service calls, clean and checks. Our certified technicians can provide you with the service and support you need to keep your home comfortable. Is your furnace old or in need of replacement? Our comfort advisors will provide you with the best solution that fits your needs. Ask about our financing options. Call Armstrong Comfort Solutions today, 833-789-9100.
Your membership is more than just a card. It's your gateway to extraordinary experiences. With the AAA app, discover savings and hidden gems. AAA, we're always with you.
It is time for dinner. We've got a couple of mismatched bowls. What's it look like in there? That's pretty good. It's pretty good to me too. It's why do I feel like I'm working at a soup kitchen here? Oh, that is so flaked apart. Okay, grab that guy there. Try the fork for you. I'll spoon in a little for myself here. Oh wow, it's like pulled beef. It really is. Tray buns. There we are. The actual finished product. I'm sure actual chefs would be horrified But what we did, I think, is probably the good use of the word. We've made the decision the cardboard's going to come out of here because Mr. Buddy Heater is listing already, and I can see it coming tumbling down. You know, we'll get it level, and it should provide stoichiometric combustion throughout the rest of the night, hopefully, if we're to avoid any carbon monoxide, but we do have the alarm. And this is the prime time to thank all of the extremely generous people who have sent beer donations, kind comments. People have sent a few things in the mail. We got the cardboard moved away from under the propane burning appliance so that we don't die as easily. Crazy neighbor is warming up a little dessert. Cinnamon bun. I don't like sweets, so I'm going to abstain from this. But yeah, we're about to tuck into bed, and I guess we'll see what happens throughout the night, but we're going to be so warm. It's not even a worry. We're going to be super warm here. See you all in the morning. Good night. Oh, that didn't work. Good night. Oh, that worked. So that was a successful propane-powered slumber here. You're warm last night? I was
toasty warm.
It's actually,
Yeah,
I had to turn the heat down as soon as the sun came up. This is actually awesome. Mind you, it's not cold outside right now. It's probably -3 Celsius.
yeah, with that.
Yeah, it's like 29 Fahrenheit. I don't know. It's in the ballpark there. Anyhow, the minimums and maximums. The maximum temperature in here yesterday over the last 24 hours was 34 degrees Celsius, which is 94 Fahrenheit. We did have it up higher in the roof things there, so down here it's still pretty warm.
Yeah.
I would say the minimum.
All this snow right here.
Yeah, it's not even mud; it's leaves.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good stuff. The outside temperature was -15 Celsius was the low yesterday, which Fahrenheit-wise is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. So we could have probably survived a lot colder than what it was.
Oh yeah.
And if we get a little colder weather, we're definitely going to try and push the limits of what's considered safe or responsible to be doing camping-wise. I didn't mention also when you're using a big propane cylinder, like a bulk 20-pound cylinder, there is a this is going to shut off as soon as I put it here. There's a filter. It's this inline filter that I've just got on here, and they're reasonably cheap, but without it, the Mr. Buddy heaters get fouled pretty quick. I've heard people say it's from some oils in the pipes or a few other theories on it, but it's also probably just a lower quality of propane. Like, you never know what you're getting when you're filling up a bulk tank of propane. Anyways, stew for breakfast because we made way too much stew. But I got to work with the package that I dump in there. That's what determines the size of the meal, because it says 1 kilogram or 2 pounds of meat, and then I got to balance it all out, and I end up with this huge heaping helping of food. So anyway, yeah, that was pretty good. Gonna probably tear this down. We did get approved for that Starlink. Elon Musk blasted off all the satellites that are flying around, and you get this little satellite dish, and they send it over and it moves around and stuff. And it supposedly gets incredibly good speeds. It's delayed in shipping though, because it was supposed to be here tomorrow on Friday. We're just filming this morning here on Thursday for the Thursday video. But yeah, it should be here. Supposed to be here Friday. It's delayed, so we'll see. But hopefully the next video that I upload gets uploaded from home, and I can actually just shoot it right up into space and
rather than driving under a tower,
parking under cell towers hither and yonder. Yeah. Anyway, I suppose yeah, we'll get the day rolling here. We'll get moving and see what we can see. So we were running that high for quite a while, and yeah, it feels like we got a third of a propane cylinder left. And my rough calculations would be on high with this. This is called the Big Buddy heater at 18,000 BTU. On high, that would run about 24 hours straight. So we've had this running for quite a bit. So I'm not surprised that it would be down the way it is. But yeah, it's a pretty good setup. Can't complain about this. The fire pretty much burned down to nothing at all last night. There's just a few ashes left here. Just poplar, so it burns pretty good. It's leaves a lot of crazy neighbor. Hey, Steve. Yeah, yeah. Poplar doesn't produce a lot of heat, but it's for outdoor campfires. Yeah, it's just fine. It does the job. So yeah, we're about to wrap this up and start hauling this stuff in, and go for my last time, hopefully having to park under a cell tower to upload a 6 gig file, or however big this one's going to be. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for joining us on this little camping trip, and there's sure to be more. So if you like this type of thing, please consider subscribing, and if not, I'll win you over one day. Cheers, guys.
What are your plans today? Hit the gym? Pick up the kids? Maybe stop for a coffee? Whatever you choose to do, the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid lets you do more of it.
But there's radiant heat I can feel on my legs and everything from this. So it's you really are aware that it is I'm going to say winter, even though that's not for another couple of months, month and a half. But cheers, everybody. It's time to crack step number 2. This step number 1 has been accomplished of getting some shelter. And it is such a good feeling once you get the heat going, you get the shelter set up. And I know it's going to be very cold tonight. It's well on the way there right now. But just having that big burden of worrying about getting things set up, just get it done first. Don't turn step 2 into step 1. Because there was a bunch of memes about that this summer floating around online. Oh, yeah. Peaceful out here. So fundamentals, yeah, the same sleeping bag I used under the bridge, same sleeping pad I used under the bridge, both incredibly bright, loud in color. It doesn't matter here very much. And of course a Woods brand hammock underneath of it. This is an older one I've had for years. Still works just great. And that's, it should do the job for the night. It'll keep, I'll probably have to move a little closer to the heater, to be honest, because it's already feeling a little bit chilly. I'm throwing a few more layers of clothes, because that's number 1. But well, if that's number 3, this is number 1, number 2. You know how it goes. Yeah, that's melted a little bit of snow around here, which means it's time to cook up a little meal. And we got nothing fancy at all today because we're snowed in at home. I grabbed a small can of mini ravioli and we'll dump that in the pan. We're going to try to make it more palatable because being around home, I got a bunch of spices and stuff I can put into it and hopefully turn this into people food. Oh, I can smell it already. There we go. Probably a fine time to mention, I don't have any wild animals around here, like bears or anything that would cause me concern eating in a tent like this. More likely the food I eat will kill me sooner than any wild animals. There's a big plug of frozen sauce at the bottom. That makes all the sense in the world. Okay. That whole thing is dealt with. And I'll find my stove attachment. We'll get this cooking. Oh. I did not expect conditions to become that windy, which normally they don't out here. But that's the way things go. Looks like it's going to tip it over again here in a second unless I do something drastic. But we'll get this canned stuff heating up. Some extra ingredients need to be added to make this more than just the bachelor meal that checks off all the boxes. We're going to make this a little bit more gourmet. Dump a little balsamic vinegar. Can't go wrong with that. Probably a tablespoon worth. Give it a little more acidity. And along the lines of acidity, a squirt of lemon juice, small one. There we go. Because if you actually eat this stuff, it tastes like ketchup or tomato soup or something like that. Pepper in there. Go. I've got some beef bouillon concentrates. It'll give it a broth sensationness to it. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Yeah, that was a bit for sure. All right, where's that now? Some crushed chili peppers in there. A pinch should do. Yep. Now, when they originally make this, they leave out the oregano for some reason, so here we are. Oregano in there. Okay, so fixed that so far. You can never go wrong with liquid smoke, right? This will probably dose it a little bit better if I do it this way. Yeah, a little liquid smoke, some smokiness, and garlic. My spoon's over there somewhere, but you can probably get some garlic in there. Just free pouring it. There we go. A bit of garlic. And for later, I got finished her off with some freshly grated Parmesan. So I'm gonna stir this up. It's smelling less disgusting already. That's great news. You know, that actually worked. I did not really expect it to taste that good. But we're going to toast up a little sourdough on the Mr. Buddy here. And there is a whole group dedicated to cooking and rigging these Mr. Buddy heaters up to cooking. I don't know what it is, but I've got a few comments about it. I'm going to toast up a little bread. Actual Parmesan cheese. Yeah, this is going to be a decent one, I think. Not too shabby. Sophisticated Chef Boyardee. Yeah. For what it is, 5 thumbs up. That's all I can say. The only downside is these raviolis are a little bit fragile. They break apart. However, much better than I remember as a child. About time to hunker down pretty soon here. I kind of realized the only way to really survive this is to bring the cot closer to this guy here, the heater. This is a completely different animal than the ice fishing shack. That thing, I could be a lot colder than this, and this guy would really heat the whole thing up quite nicely. I would never be afraid for my life, but any colder than this, I really wouldn't try it with this setup. Too many air gaps, and even these tent flaps on the outside, they cover the outside, but they don't do a very good job of it. So this is just an experiment, I guess, which is going to be hopefully cozy. It was already borderline delicious, so that's a great thing. And I have to give a big shout out to all the people that have been donating to the cause, crowdfunding my midlife crisis, because I don't do corporate sponsorships. So everybody that's donated, thank you very much. And we're going to keep on going for you guys. That's just what we do around here. So I got my big orange yellow caterpillar. Crawl in there. Hunker down right away. It is about minus 14 outside right now. In here, I don't have my thermometer. Depending on where you are, it's probably around 32 Fahrenheit up towards the top. Down here, we're talking, it's probably minus 5 Celsius. I'm crummy with my conversions. That'd be in the 20s Fahrenheit somewhere. So it's what it is for now. I'm gonna crawl into here. Thanks for watching along so far, and if I make it through the night without this thing blowing away, I should be okay. But wind usually isn't a problem around here. On a still night, I was not expecting the camera to tip over and everything to move around here. It's just unusual. I usually find just throwing a little weight on each corner on the edge with logs or a rock or something does the job. Cursed zippers. Just getting the base feeling of how cold I'm going to be. I'm waiting for the sleeping bag to do its job. Might be a cold one. Yeah. There's no good option. I can either point the heater right at my face or right at my feet. Right now, my feet feel like they're going to need the help, so we'll just leave it right there. We'll see you guys in the morning. That was doable. This is not the appropriate choice of structure for cold weather camping. The screen tent in minus 14, 15 Celsius conditions. That's pushing the boundaries of what this thing is capable of. But with the buddy heater, it was a pretty good sleep. I'd give it 1.5 thumbs up. Maybe 1 thumb up. I find I need a thicker foamy because I'm a side sleeper, and on a thin foamy, I just have to keep flipping over side to side all night. You probably will be able to see that in the time lapse. So that's the issue there. If I had a thicker foam mattress, oh, it would have been beautiful. That'd be a 2 thumbs up sleep for sure. Overall, yeah, it can be done in a pinch, but there's better tents for this. So that's what we're gonna do next time. And I have a big thank you to everybody because we're at 400. We're over 400,000 subscribers now. So I can't thank everybody enough for subscribing. What I want to do is something special. We're actually packing up. Today is upload day, and if we can get up the driveway, we're going to probably ask a friend to come and tow us up the hill so we can get into town. And I've got a vehicle rented until we can get ours fixed and new wheels on the truck, etc. So we're going to be heading into town right away so I can go sit under a cell tower and upload this, as well as to get our hands on a 4-wheel rental vehicle to get up and down the driveway. What I want to hear is for a 400,000 subscriber special, what do you guys want to see? Because special is going to be one above and beyond the regular weekly one that I try to get up on Thursdays. So if you got any suggestions or comments of what you'd like to see for a 400,000 special, please let me know. And please subscribe, like, or comment, of course, if you can tolerate this type of camping. because it's always fun to read the comments, try to get back to as many as I can. It's going to be a long, cold winter of trying to get through comments. If I haven't gotten back to you, please don't take offense. But I literally have about 20,000 emails in my inbox right now. And I'm hacking away at them bit by bit, day by day, because I don't have a secretary or like staff on hand or anything like that. It's literally like me with a laptop trying to manage all this. Which is another reason I don't get involved with the corporate sponsorship dealies, because that's just way too much to have to deal with. So it's that's the way the channel's going for now. Thank you guys for coming along. It's always a blast, and I can't wait to hear what you're going to suggest for the 400,000. Once I get them all like in the top suggested ones, I'll actually put that to a vote or something so we can see what we're going to do. But lots of videos coming up. Once we get this vehicle, we're probably going to be heading down the road, depending on travel restrictions, into BC, because there's a great place there we love to call second home almost. And we're going to be filming some videos up there. So it's going to be some fun times coming up soon here. And I've stepped back, slowly stepping back from the furnace repair work to get into more content and dealing with this channel. So it's hopefully things will be a little more stable on this end, and hopefully I'll be able to go back to fixing furnaces when the bottom falls out of YouTube here. So cheers, guys, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks.
Co-pilot, make a quiz for my astronomy notes.
You got it. What type of galaxy is Andromeda?
Spiral.
What does a spectrometer measure?
Light.
And when was your essay due?
It's boiling down, so clearly broccoli has to be the healthy denominator in this equation. And it looks like a bit there for sure. Don't worry, I'll put it into smaller pieces. Yeah. Some Alfredo in here. And this is just a nice, simple, complicated camping meal. Nothing wrong with that. Let it reduce. And yum. We got some gnocchi, sausage, broccoli, over the counter, classico type of meal here. So, yum. Oh, yes. Is this ever good? Took a little taste. And try not to burn my home skillet. I think it's quite a good meal here. Maybe more veggies. I don't see where the broccoli even. Oh, there's one. Healthy. Delicious meal. Tent inside a tent. I don't know where I stand on these tea lights because they didn't raise the temperature in here measurably. But we're at minus 22 degrees Celsius right now. And I can put that into the view. Minus 22. And in Fahrenheit, oh boy, it equals was -7 Fahrenheit. So it's a little chilly, but there's no wind going on. Inside of the tent, I'm sure I'll be just fine. Inflate the old air mattress here, and this I'll put inside of the sleeping bag. So I should be quite cozy tonight. I'm not really expecting any problems, but before the lens fogs up too much more, we are nicely sequestered in the tent within a tent. So before I tuck in for the night, I will give a huge shout out to all the people that have donated to the Beer Donation Fund. You guys are making these crazy adventures possible. This tent I picked up today, I would not have if it wasn't for you guys. So a tent inside of a tent, I think we'll do a little more comparisons here and see how it versus just a tent on its own, or a sleeping bag on its own, or that type of thing. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Thank you all so much. And sorry the lens is fogging up here all the time. Yeah. The joys of -22 Celsius or -7 Fahrenheit. And I'm scared to even know what that'll be in the morning. Good morning. It wasn't the warmest sleep, but it also wasn't the coldest. I've been colder than that before. Our morning temperature outside is saying 2 degrees Fahrenheit or -17 Celsius. Holy moly, looks like everything kind of got reset on here. But our minimum temperature was -24 Celsius out there at some point in the night last night. Yeah, in Fahrenheit, that's -11. So, yay. No. Yeah, feels a lot colder outside than in. And there's no really heat source in here other than me. And I give off maybe 300 or 400 BTU, probably closer to 200 if I'm sleeping. So it has managed to capture a lot of that heat. I'll open up a couple more windows, make this place a little brighter. So, candles, no. I'm not going to mess around with candles again. For the amount of hassle, it's just not really worth it in my opinion. It's a neat idea, but there's only so many BTU a candle can put out. And that BTU is like 80 BTUs, which is not a lot. And regardless of how you assemble it or put clay pots on it, it's not going to increase the heat of that candle. In a car for a survival situation, that may make the difference between life and death, though, because that little bit extra heat in a closed-in vehicle could definitely raise the temperature a few degrees. Anyhow, the candles, a no-go. The tent inside of the tent, a cool concept as well. Again, if there was another heat source inside of the tent, it probably would have made a bigger difference. But unfortunately, I don't have a 3-zone thermometer for measuring all 3 different zones. Maybe I'll mess around with that one day and see what we can come up with. But Mr. Buddy Heater, that propane thing, that's probably a way better option than any of these other weird ways to try and heat the tents. So that's where I stand on that whole situation. Anyway, I'm gonna start getting this stuff torn down. This little tent here, I'm pleased with. We'll take this out in the summer or in the spring when it's a little more suited to that type of temperatures. But yeah, that's going to be a great companion on the bicycle or on the rivers, that type of thing. Anywhere I don't have to be stealthy because of its recognizable color. Oh, it deflated. That explains what was happening with the discomforting cold. The moment of truth is always, will it fit in the bag? I have good hopes because this is a pretty generous sized tent bag. Let's see what happens. Never in my life have I seen a tent do that. And that was under really cramped packing circumstances in here. We didn't exactly have time to put it out on a nice summer day and fold it up perfectly. So, bam, done. Woo-hoo. If you can handle these videos, please don't be ashamed to subscribe. I'll keep it low key. Don't tell anybody. Yeah, we're back usually every Thursday. We try our best. Sometimes things don't go 100% to plan, but for the most part, that's where you can find me. Right here on this channel, every Thursday. So this channel is definitely not an instructional channel. It's not an informative channel. It's not a how-to channel. I don't know if any of these shelters or meals or anything are actually going to work out in real life. So we're just kind of a trial and error channel. Trial and error channel. And if we do find out something along the way, then I guess maybe we get learn some. For educational resources, however, there are far better serious outdoors YouTube channels than this. Fair warning. As somebody that sets up and tears down a tent 60 or 70 times a year, these easy up and down hub tents are awesome. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and we'll see you later. Cheers.
Let's get real. It's hard to live up to that mug. Like that time you forgot the diaper bag. But with a little help from the delicious nutrition of Orgain Kids, you'll live up to that mug after all. Orgain, it's real nutrition for real life.
Get it before he wakes up. Get it in as fast as an hour with express delivery.
Hey, welcome to Camping with Steve. My wife is just dropping off in a cemetery. I'm trying to get into the woods as quickly as I can with this backpack because it's a suspicious one. I think things will be okay. I'm going into the back behind the cemetery here. There's public parkland in behind, so I won't be actually trespassing in a cemetery. I'm praying that nobody is actually watching me right now, and I should be able to deke into the woods here in about a second. Okay. Good. Lovely. Garbage everywhere. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna get in a little bit further here. This actually looks like a pretty good spot. Yeah, I should be not too visible from back here. I'm gonna go in a little bit further just to be double certain that nobody's gonna see me. And there's a soccer field on the other side, I think. That's what I was going to access this little piece of land through, but I decided not to. They were all closed up. They had the gates closed. I can see some of their buildings from here. Okay, I'm gonna set stuff down here and try to form a little bit of a home base, and we're gonna hunker down for this Halloween special. Oh yeah, spooky woods too, if I've ever seen them. Now I'm in far enough from the cemetery that they shouldn't be able to see me when the crews come in the morning, and I'll have to be out early as well because there's an open grave, and that means they could be doing an interment tomorrow. Those usually don't happen until like 11 or so. So I'm going to get the hammock set up because that's what I'm sleeping in tonight, and I don't see anybody else out here or any evidence of any other campers, so that's a positive sign. I'm going to get the hammock set up and see if anything is visible from back out there in the cemetery. Using the Hennessy hammock today. It's my go-to for stealthy situations because I really like the color. It's not camel, but it does certainly hide what I'm up to from prying eyes, concerned citizens, anybody else I don't want to freak out. The great thing about a hammock is it's a tent and it's a chair. And, there's no tent poles to lose. No. I'm gonna go see what type of a silhouette or a footprint this leaves that could be visible from out there. Let's check this out. Just here on the edge of the woods, waiting for a few people to leave before I stumble out of the woods with a camera on a cemetery right before Halloween. Okay. I think the coast is clear. Here we go. You know what? Yeah, there's still somebody out there. I'm going to record this on my cell phone because that'll be less suspicious than the camera. Okay. There are certain angles out here that I can see it, but I'm right up to where the wood starts. And I think this should be okay. To give you an idea about how stealthy this is where the camera is. And there we go. So from here you can clearly see that there's somebody probably doing a little stealth camping. But that's what we're working with, so that's what we'll do. We'll be out of here in the morning before it gets too bright. We're going to be out as soon as we can. Any of this stuff with a color, like blue, or like this for sure, tucking it away, way out of view. That is about the only thing I could see from out there when I was walking, was just the blue. It'll give it away like nothing. So we got some time to kill here until the sun goes down. And once that happens, the cemetery should be basically deserted in the middle of the night. And if there is somebody coming, I don't know if they have stealth camper patrol or security or something like that, I will know when they're coming because, who drives through the cemetery in the middle of the night? And that will probably freak me out severely. So, here we go. Oh, quality Amazon backpack here. I can't complain, the backpack's been good to me. So, crack a delicious frosty beer, Pilsner today. And we will lay low for a bit here till everything clears out and dies down for the evening. Cheers, everyone.
At PetSmart, spend $15 on Blue Treats and save $15 on your next purchase.
This is nice. It's nice to unplug.
Just ignore. Can't chill. Maybe you just need a Snickers ice cream.
Life doesn't come with an owner's manual. Freedom is getting to write your own. With 10% off at Jeep Wrangler, freedom is holding on tight and letting yourself go anywhere. Because freedom writes its own rules.
It's time for the $8.99 Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. Your chance to get a great haircut at a limited time price. Save time when you check in on our app. But hurry, the sale ends soon. The Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
There's nothing with the new Bounty. It's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. And wash it holds up better while ordinary brands fall apart.
It's done.
Get more done with one. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
It started to rain a little bit, and that generates its own set of problems. Warmth-wise, because I'm not having a fire for a number of reasons. Big one is stealth. And the other reason is it's a fine in the city. And I know I can dig a Dakota fire pit, and I've done that on another video. But I don't want to risk the ticket being on city parkland, having a do-it-yourself Dakota fire pit. The fire department does not like anything do-it-yourself and fire in the public park system. So I just have to sit here still because stealthy is no smoke from a fire, stay still, keep the silhouette low as possible. I don't have the hammock set up as high as I sometimes do because I'm fairly low to the ground and you can't really see it. And obviously nobody's looking into the woods anyhow when they're driving past. They're here to visit loved ones at the cemetery. and not flush out the riffraff from the adjoining park. So that's fingers crossed on that one. The little guy. The rain's calmed down a little bit. There's a fairly major road right behind me there, which should help with covering up any noise I might make by talking or frying up some ground beef in a little bit. Nobody seems to be going through the loops of the cemetery. I'm just coming out here to see this whole little area. Yeah, there's a lot of game trails through here, and what I think that means is coyotes. I know there is a large population of bunny rabbits that live in the cemetery, and that must be just so tempting for the coyotes. And hopefully that'll make an easier meal than I'm going to be. This is... Oh, no, we can listen to him up here. Looky, look. Okay. Something bigger than a rabbit, and something that's, there could be some coyotes here. Who knows? So from here, not a whole bunch to see from where I'm set up. And if there's deer, there's probably not a lot of people around in this area. I saw just a little bit of evidence of some garbage close by to where the woods start. That might have just blown in though, from across there. So, yeah, that doesn't look spooky. Hanging right over